Hey, y'all more charged than we is.
Y'all is. Look, I ain't studied none of that.
Hey, new today, I said, yeah, let me start studying this motherfucking stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bro.
Hey, look here, bro.
It's just basic questions with everybody. Like you said, everybody can chime in on who feel what about what. I'm just here to talk shit to this dude, that's all.
It's a pilot. Pilot episode.
Yeah. It's the pilot, but hey, it gonna turn violent.
Just because we play with the people want.
Please. You ain't scaring nobody. Ain't that how Stephen A. Smith be saying the biggest swagoo? You ain't scaring nobody, big fella. You ain't scaring nobody, big dog. So Stephen A. Smith was on there talking about it was personal.
He was on Pat McAfee show saying he know it's it is personal and he know why. That's what Stephen A. say. Then he get on ESPN and say it ain't personal.
Yeah, because he got put on the spot. He got put on the spot.
Pat McAfee show saying it was Kyrie know it's personal and he know why. Then when Jason Williams called you out, you say it ain't personal. Dude, you were just on Pat McAfee show.
Hey, and too, I don't like the way he came at Jay Will.
No, I watched Stephen A. Man. He's fun for that.
Yeah, he basically played Jay Will like he was a peon or something, bro.
Man, Jay Will like, no, you be personal.
Like a personal vindictive
You
or
was
something.
like that with KD, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've been like that with everybody.
But
He likes snack on. He used to, not anymore.
Well, that's the dude that they all going on the show.
Hey, who's your all-time favorite wrestler?
Shannon was on there. Shit, me? I don't know, man. I hate to say it, man, but I was a Hulkamania.
Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan for
But I
sure.
also like Lex Luger. I like Ravishing Rick Rude.
That's when WWF was the shit.
WWF, not WWE.
Mr. Perfect.
No, it's WWF.
Yeah, I used to switch
No,
over
I'm saying
to
that's
watch
a
the
that
Yeah,
WWF.
fuck all that WWE shit.
Buff Bagwell, the Four Horsemen.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Junkyard
fucking
Dog,
saying-
The
Macho Man,
Bushwhackers,
Randy
what?
Savage,
Yeah.
British Bulldog.
Tonka. Man, what? Then go to WCW, it was Sting, Steiner Brothers.
Yeah, Scott Steiner, Big
Ooh.
Papa Pump.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
That shit.
That was before that. That's when they was the Steiner Brothers.
What the fuck was Sting, though?
You alright over there, boy? You
Bro, y'all got
geeking.
me,
You tweak. I see you.
Y'all are not. Y'all are just hilarious, bro. When y'all be debating about sports, bro, like.
Cause he don't know what the fuck he be talking about. No, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you, man.
I'm over here. I just laugh.
So what about swearing and all that? Is it like, oh, you can do all that shit?
Hey, I'm talking about like this is the shit that
He just threw his first haymaker.
Hey, I'm
You know I just be talking shit though, right? Listen. You know I just be talking, right? It ain't nothing personal.
I'm in the background back gassing both y'all. If I'm dead.
So look, before we get started, look, I'm all just talking shit. It's
Yeah,
never
of course.
personal, all right? So
Listen, I'm fucking
it
all
won't need
y'all.
no oohs and ahs to hype him up, cause if he swing, I'm knocking him the fuck out.
It's gonna be the most simple
For real, cause
wrestling you
yes.
ever seen in your life. It's all love here, man. We ain't throwing no hands.
All love.
Hey, so notice that's his second time referencing. I think this boy worried, man.
Yeah.
I'm not worried, cause I'm telling you.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. I ain't no different than Nate, cause I actually went through and I got the notes in my phone. I answered the question. But I got a couple people I wanna ask y'all.
Okay. Listen.
I got some
We do it all.
Look. Bring it on.
But yeah, let's go.
I have a question if y'all answer a certain question.
Okay, let's go live, baby. Let's go live, man. We live.
Okay, so gentlemen, all right, so
Check 1, 2.
as it were, I just been recording this in the last little bit because the mic's been
Hey, so they heard.
There's some preamble.
Yeah.
I ain't saying like that laugh you did.
You don't like my laugh, bro?
Come on, man. He talking, man. Listen.
Anyway.
You ain't never paid attention in school.
Let me say this. Yo, this is your boy CJ. We kicking this thing off, man.
Yes, what I'm talking about.
Yeah, somebody get a picture of that.
Right,
bro.
right. I'm trying to get my Barry White on. Yo, you know that type of shit. Anyway, so we all know why we're here, but you know what? Just understand, man, all the love and the respect that's in the room. So it's a beautiful thing. So, and y'all can see me, y'all would know, man. You know, this is the real deal. Or they can't see y'all want love to everybody that's in the room, man. Big man, shouts out, man, to my brother Marcus, my brother CJ, Nate, Arturo.
Arturo.
Man. Brothers, man, you know what? It is a beautiful thing that we get a chance to do this. So we need that right there. Anyway,
Oh, that's my homie.
but anyway, after all the good night shit, we gonna talk some shit.
Yeah, man, let's talk. Hey, man.
Anyway,
Hey,
so we all hoop heads. We all NBA hoop heads. We like NBA shit, you know. So this joint's gonna be about some NBA shit and just about hoops. And so y'all, you know, buckle up. We're gonna be on that type of shit. So anyway, man, my man Arturo, this is our show, man. What it is. This is the show me and Arturo do, man. Hello, brothers in the house. Like I said, we just gonna have a little fun and then fuck it. I'm talking some shit too.
Yeah.
Y'all be ready too.
Yeah, I'm ready to rip his head off. I'm ready to rip his head off.
Okay, shit. Let's do it.
Off.
All right, man.
King and the Pope.
King and the Pope.
Finally here.
Man, so.
Refer me as a champ. Refer to me as a champ.
Alright, so here we go.
So here we go.
King,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we know you ride with PP and the Clippers.
Yes, sir.
Pope,
Yes.
we know that you're not with the King.
At all.
But talk, real talk. Not who's the best overall team in the NBA, but who's the best team in LA right now? Is it the Clippers with their no point guards and a shitload of size now? Or is it the new reconstructed Lakers with Russell, Bamba? Since King been kind of buttering up everybody beforehand, I'll let Pope go first.
Yeah, let Pope go first, man.
You sound scared, but anyways, listen. No, I'm gonna go with the Lakers because you know he's going with the Clippers. But you know they reconstructed all of that. They got rid of that headache.
And who's that? Who's that?
West Side Patrick Beverly.
Okay.
Yeah, they got rid of Russell Westbrook. So they reconstructed. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna see in the second half what they do. But the Clippers, they're just the same old Clippers, washed up. Kawhi's washed. They ain't did nothing since the bubble, and they didn't even do anything in the bubble. And
Ladies
the bubble
and gentlemen, this is how it starts.
and the bubble was weak. So I mean, you know, I'm gonna go with the Lakers because the Clippers is just. This dude is nuts, man.
So
This
you
dude
said the
is.
bubble was weak?
Yes.
Okay. So you know the Lakers won it
Yes.
in the bubble. So you referring to the
That's
Lakers.
because they had, you know, the old constructed team. You know what I'm saying? Now it's reconstructed, so it's like, you know, yeah.
So the question is who's the best LA team right now, right?
The Lakers.
So, of course, with all the trades, I like the trades the Lakers did. I like the trades Clippers did. Even though we gave
Reggie.
away our point guard power, what we got in return,
Power.
yeah, with John Wall and
Reggie? That's why they got traded.
point guard.
Power.
But I like the acquisitions that we got. So
What you get?
now, with that being said, the Clippers,
Hold on, answer the question.
What'd you get?
what we get?
Yeah.
Oh man, we got
Money blow. You instigate. You instigate.
He was buying time.
You instigate. Yeah, you got Eric Gordon.
Yeah, I mean, I know about Eric Gordon. I know about Eric Gordon. We got Plumlee, the center.
Hey,
From
I know
Sharp.
Marcus just
I like
jumped
that.
you.
I like that.
There's tampering going on here.
It is. But I let it because this is my guy.
No,
you know.
Plumlee. I like Plumlee, and I like the guy with the dreads. I like the guy with the dreads. I don't know his name right now. But who did the Lakers get?
What you mean? Who did they get? They got D'Angelo and they got Bamba.
Yeah, but they got more than that.
They
Like-
probably got one more. I don't care. They're nobodies. Lakers are nobody right now. They just asked a question and I answered it.
Okay.
The Lakers are not even gonna make the playoffs.
Okay, no, I thought y'all was saying. So hold on, no. So the question was, who was the best team in LA? I'll say the Clippers, but he just
I
said
say Lakers.
He just said the Lakers aren't gonna
Because
make
you
the
said the
playoffs.
Clippers.
He
Which-
said the Lakers not just go. Okay. So,
But they're a better team now with the second.
but you don't gotta make it in the playoffs.
with the second half. No, because they're so far out of control. They're so far behind that they're not gonna come back. And the West is too strong. But the Clippers is not the reason why they wouldn't make it.
But
Okay.
who's the better team? Hold on. Who's the better team?
The
Clippers?
Lakers, as of right now.
But
the
you don't gotta
Lakers.
make it in the playoffs.
Flip it up when it's on.
Bro, they're 13th in the West right now. That mean they got to dig their way out of a hole. Now, if they were sitting where you guys were sitting, then they easily beat you guys out. You know.
King, I got a question for
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
So I heard you recently mention the fact that you liked the acquisition of Mason Plumlee. What do you like about him?
I like.
Sorry, go ahead. Before you say that, The only thing I didn't like about Mason Plumlee was when he was on Charlotte. Why did we have LaMelo Ball rebounding more than him? That's the only thing. I just don't like him as a center. So I want to hear your perspective on the acquisition.
Right. So I like his acquisition because he's more of an athletic big, which I think the other guy, Zubac, he's like flat-footed, right? He's not as mobile. This guy, more athletic.
Yeah.
I would
Very
100%
much so.
agree with you on the fact that Zubac also acts as a small center.
Flat-footed.
They have their games where obviously they outperform. The only thing that I was noticing about Plumlee that I was very concerned about when he got traded was the fact that when he was on Charlotte, I noticed game over game that LaMelo was going. LaMelo, someone that was supposed to be a shooter, someone supposed to be a smaller man, is constantly grabbing more rebounds than him, and that's what my concern was with him.
The league is just so weak today. It's all offense.
Oh, I 100%. I can't.
No structure, no defense. So,
I can't agree more. But when
so-
you're talking about acquisition,
but it's true because it's like that's why it's so watered down today. Teams are scoring 150 points before the fucking break.
Horrible.
There's no defense being played. That's why I can't stand today's league, man. So
There's no hand checking. I mean, you can't hand check.
yeah, because that's why it's weak. Like the Clippers, like they was just weak.
I couldn't agree with you guys more. And that's what my concern with Mason Plumlee was, because he's a center, he's a big man. He's someone that should be playing as, someone that's grabbing tip shots, someone that's grabbing offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. And I noticed in a lot of his games, especially going towards the last 5-10 games of his season, it was either he was getting 13 rebounds or he was getting 4 rebounds. And when you're a center, that changes games. So that's what my concern was about that.
Different time.
Yeah, but we did beat Phoenix the other night. That was a good win for us.
No, yeah. I don't think Mason Plumlee's a bad player in any perspective. I just wanted to hear why you thought he was a good acquisition. That's all.
Yeah.
He's not. But anyways, continue. Next question. Okay.
I have a question for y'all.
What's up?
Can I pause for 1 second? Mr. Poe, I got a question.
No, go ahead.
Who's
baby.
your team, sir?
I'm a bull. Come on now.
I mean, no. I just,
what you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Who's your team, man?
Yeah, because you know what? He loves, when I say the Clippers.
because we're out of the fight.
It's easy to say the Bulls. Everybody's Bulls fans in here.
What you mean
It's easy to say the Bulls.
But
right?
who's gonna win that ship?
Who's your team, sir?
But who's gonna win that ship?
Other than the Bulls, who's your team?
It's just the Bulls. I'm not a
Notice
bandwagon.
how everybody, like Arturo got the 76ers, right? I got the Clippers.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a bandwagon. I've always been a homer. Like I got Cubs, Bears, Bulls. I'm a homer.
So
I don't
you
jump
go with
ship.
the safe debate.
But-
yeah, so hey, listen, he goes with the safe debate.
No,
right?
I mean, because I can easily jump ship, but when I seen Phoenix get the Grim Reaper,
Nobody's jumping ship. I'm just like the Clippers. Everybody's Bulls fans. So
you're not. You're a Clippers fan. What are you talking about?
okay, everybody's Bulls fans in here. He doesn't have a team, right?
Bulls.
So whenever I mention the Clippers,
Because you're mentioning a weak team, a terrible team.
at number 4, currently right now in the standings, how is that weak?
They're weak. What that mean? That don't mean they're not gonna do anything.
That means that they're
Next
respectfully.
question. Next question. Cause
They're weak. They're weak.
They are.
Okay.
All right, so I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
As we're looking at East and West,
Yes.
have you guys noticed that progressively the lines are being blurred between the Eastern Conference and Western Conference? Western Conference was known for the run and shoot, showtime type style. East Coast, Eastern Conference was more known for hard-nosed defense.
Gritty.
It's going to be a hard path.
Yep.
Now, as we see the lines being blurred, one of the things I want to ask you about is, what do you guys see the future of the position of center?
That's a good
I
question.
think it's been gone. I think when you had Dirk out there, a 7-footer. Now you got KD, a 7-footer sharpshooter. Like it's been gone. The center position. I don't think it's been a dominant center since Shaq.
I don't think the center position. I don't think the center position.
Or no, let me.
Well, I mean, you have two recently. Embiid.
Oh,
and
Embiid,
Joker.
yeah. But Embiid is,
Embiid
but,
and
but
Joker.
Embiid is not playing the typical center.
He's the closest to your typical center
Yeah.
in one sense.
But what is he
because
playing?
of his
He's
size
playing.
and his girth.
He's playing power
But-
forward / the way he's moving and all the way he's.
And the reason why I brought that up,
Yeah.
case in point, was Joel Embiid, because if you look at the All-Star voting, when they did the teams, they put 3 forwards in that position, and Embiid was kept out.
Yeah.
But we look in the Western Conference and how the offensive Denver runs
You
through
got Joker.
and now he's a 2-time MVP, possibly a 3-time MVP.
Yeah.
If we look at Embiid, who's shooting 53% from the field,
Yeah.
he's 31 points a game.
Damn.
His numbers are
It's killing.
little,
It's killing.
but when you look at the records of their team and you talk about who's most important, why is it that Joel Embiid, as a traditional big man, is being kept out of MVP discussions, All-Star discussions, and I heard Shaquille say that they're trying to slowly phase the position of center out. Is it possible to phase that position out because of these guys being able to stretch and being that big and that strong, or do you need a traditional center in the NBA going forward from today?
Here's my great question. I feel like you need a traditional center, a physical center, because come playoff time, right, the game's gonna slow up, right? It's gonna slow up to a half court setting. So you need that physical presence, but also you need somebody who can step out and hit that 3-pointer. You need a more versatile big man, like a Giannis. Giannis is what, 7 foot right now,
But when you come up against a Golden State, you're gonna die behind that 3-point line. So I would like to say let's keep it traditional because you're gonna need them. When you take out your other players that they can't produce and can't shoot, you can bang, you can go down low, you can switch it up.
Well, Al Horford is very effective because he's a center. He's not really versatile, but they was in the championship last time I checked.
Cause you live by it and you die. You live by it and you die by it. And the only reason why Golden State is doing what they're doing because they got the 2 best shooters in the league on one team. And look, man, I ain't never seen nobody shoot like these boys.
Oh no,
and that's why they're winning. So all that other stuff, man, out the window, man. Just keep it traditional. I like it.
To answer your question, CJ, I feel like, even though the league is changing right now, where it's forcing big men to be more versatile with their skill set, I still feel like players like Al Horford and Embiid can still be effective, right? If they're in the right system.
Also, let me interrupt you. That's why these players are getting injured today too, because they're playing out of position. Back in the day, people wasn't getting injured like that because everybody was playing their role. They were playing their position. The point guard, he's bringing it up. He's facilitating. He's not running around shooting threes. He's not trying to run. He's running the offense. He's not creating offense. You know what I mean? Scoring. The big man posting up, rebound. I mean, just back in the day as far as today. That's why all these players are getting hurt. That's why they need what they call it when they rest them. Load management. So that's why when it gets toward the end of the season, because they're going to scream load management, is because they're playing out of position.
With centers becoming more of an action point shooter or someone that's supposed to have a more relevant role than being in the paint or getting rebounds, do you think that teams that have a strong center in regards to that Shaq mentality of having 20 rebounds, getting those rebounds, you may not get all the points in the game. Do you think that plays a better role than someone that's more versatile in regards to getting the rebounds and the points? For example, we have a center that's getting 6 rebounds, 12 points. Do we like that, or do we like someone that's getting 11 rebounds and 9 points?
I don't know if you know anything about a guy named Dennis Rodman.
I do.
Dennis Rodman had a total of 49 rebounds within
and like 0 points.
0 points within a 2 game.
Hey, let me tell you a crazy stat about Dennis Rodman. I saw like one game, they showed a stat. He had 0 points, 22 rebounds.
Yep. And that goes to my question is, what's a more powerful team? At this point in time, should we be looking for these dominant teams, these superpower teams, quote unquote, right? Are we supposed to be looking for dominant rebounders, or are we supposed to be looking for people that are a little more versatile?
Right. So it all depends on what system that they're in. Right? Yeah. Now, that's the ideal center right now. They may go if he's on a particular team, on a particular system. But if he's with a team where they got high championship aspirations, like a Boston, again, I'm going to bring his name up again, Al Horford. He's been in the league since 2007.
He's a playoff champ.
He's playoff tested, right? Big man. How tall is Al? But what, 6'10"? 6'11"?
I'd say 6'9".
6'9"?
Yeah.
But okay, 6'9". Al Horford will not kill you. Al Horford is not going to hurt you. Al Horford is going to do the necessary things that's not sexy, but his team is going to be there.
My last question on that is, to make it real short and simple, nowadays, Is someone winning a championship with a rebounder or a versatile point scorer / rebounder?
It all depends on other pieces they got around him. You know, like if that particular prime example. Y'all remember Ben Wallace, who played for the Detroit Pistons, right? So, and the Bulls. But when he was with the Pistons, you know,
He had a squad, though.
they didn't need him to score. But he was a hell of a defensive player, right? He was a hell of a rebounder. But his weakness got exposed once he came to the Bulls. Why? Because he didn't have that talent around
Plus, he
him.
was well out of his prime, too.
He didn't have that talent around him. So your question is, it all depends on what other pieces does that center have around him.
And I think that makes a good segue into my question, because my question is, in all sports, the age-old question has been, do you make players adapt to a system, or do you create a system around your players and their strong suit? For example, when you get the example of Al Horford, is Boston's success because Al Horford does that and allows Tatum and Brown
I think it's both.
to do what they do?
I think it's both.
Because of what they do best.
I think it's
they
both.
They can shoot the three deadly from
bad.
mid-range, attack the basket, drop fouls. They can open up the floor in so many different ways. So does your personnel dictate your usage of that position?
It's both, and it's both because number one, coaching, in my opinion, coaching is so underrated.
It's coaching.
Right?
Yeah.
If you don't got the right coach, that player ain't gonna flourish. Yeah. Right? So if a coach is not savvy enough to draw up a strategy, right?
Right.
Because like somebody like a Phil Jackson, he knew how to play Dennis Rodman.
That's right.
Leave him alone. If the man want to go to Vegas, let him go to Vegas. You know what he brings to the table, right? So a smart coach, I'm like, okay, he's good at defense, he's good at rebounding, but I got these other players surrounding him where I can make his strength be a better part for our team to get us to the next level.
And let's be realistic. We know the same 4 teams that's going to the finals every year.
And the Clippers is one of them.
Anyways, we know the exact same 4 teams that's going to the finals every year, right? We know this ahead of time. So all these other teams are trying to adapt.
It's scripted.
Yeah, it's scripted like the NFL. So these teams are trying to compete. They're making these other players come out of character because you want to shoot the 3 ball because you're playing Golden State. That's out of position. That's out of your team. That's so we need to be realistic as far as who's the original people that always keep going back and stop trying to keep up with the Joneses in the NBA. And let's figure it out. We need some geniuses back in these coaching staffs.
And I think that's incredible because I'll be back, but I want to end on this question, this round. We know that the Lakers and Boston are both tied at 16 championships.
Yes.
You know that Dr.
Boston will get it. Yes.
No, LA got 17.
I hate to say it.
They're both tied. So they're tied right now.
Yeah.
My question is to you, who
Boston.
gets 17?
Boston. Easy.
Oh, I mean, it's easy to say right now. So you're basically saying who gets the next championship. That's easy to say right now.
So the whole battle between Red Auerbach and Dr. Bus.
If they don't get that tall 7'3" player, what's his name?
No,
yeah.
You're talking about 7'6".
Is he 7'6"?
Yo, make that over a 3-year window. Okay, not just this year.
Not just this year.
Give me a 3-year window.
Who gets there first?
Who do you think gets the next one?
Boston.
You think Boston. In the East.
Boston.
Let me explain.
Why?
Because really in the East,
Let me explain.
I'll make a case for this. Because you got Boston in the East, they really got to get by Milwaukee. But Milwaukee's, if they stay reasonably healthy, that's going to be a problem for them. Miami's a okay problem. Anybody up Philly's okay problem if they, rear up their ass, but pull their heads out of their ass. But so you would think it would be Boston.
If you said 3 years, no. Listen. So this is my
fault. 3 years.
Listen, so
D'Angelo, new squad with LeBron.
no, hell no. Yeah, the Lakers are done. No, Lakers are done.
Lakers are done. I mean, this is probably the only thing we agree with. Let me tell you why the Lakers-
Boston will come close as far as skill set and youth. Lakers will get it if they spend that money, and they think they might do something funny. They might mess around to get the first round pick. just because they the Lakers and they run shit.
Here's why the Lakers won't. Here's why Boston will get it before LA. I hate to do it to them. Chicago's
I hate
on.
Boston, by the way. Let me just put that on the record. Boston, I can't see
Chicago's on. I hate to do it to them. I got love for them, but here's why I say LA won't do it before Boston. Anthony Davis is a liability when it comes to health.
Yeah.
That man, for whatever,
That boy made of glass.
That man,
glass.
for whatever reason, cannot stay healthy to save his life.
You know
He's
what?
the X factor. If he ain't healthy, I don't care how good LeBron playing.
Hey.
They ain't doing nothing.
You know what?
LA is willing to do anything to win championships.
They're not gonna.
That's the only thing that's going to get them out of that because they will do anything.
And
That's Hollywood.
that's why the Clippers are the better team in LA right now.
Yes. Genuinely.
Wow. Okay.
One in my
catch that,
heart.
didn't catch
Okay,
that.
we're gonna look at. LA's trying to figure out. LA's trying to get through it.
Which
What
LA?
do you? LA Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I say, listen, when you say
talking about-
LA,
Hey,
the
man,
Clippers is wrote off.
Be specific. Be
Wait a minute.
specific.
When you said LA, who came to mind when you said LA?
Of course, that's a
The
household name.
Lakers.
Exactly.
The Lakers have right
Exactly.
Just like with the Chicago team. Like when you say the
So one
baseball
Chicago team. Anyways,
when you say the baseball team in Chicago, what team is going to come in mind?
majority of the White Sox.
No, it's not.
So I have a
Sox.
question for you, and
It's White Sox.
this is more of a question that it's opinionated because I'm gonna look at you're gonna look at the bubble Lakers, you're gonna look at the the best team whatever in the league. They won the championship. I think they did a great job while they were in the bubble, while there was no crowd. But with all these new acquisitions and all these, getting rid of people, picking up people that are young, as of Ryan Hachimura, picking up young players that are still trying to figure out where their position's at in the league. Are they trying to win a championship or are they trying to rebuild? Because as of right now, it seems like they're having a difficulty finding out whether these people are good or not good for the team. And when they switch them out, it seems like they're experimenting again. So what's going to make the Lakers better? Is it keep getting these young players to make a more dominant team?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be keeping these vets in here to try to bang out one more championship?
Well,
No,
the
you gotta
thing is, that the whole scheme of things, if you really look at that team, they don't have a veteran team.
You gotta get rid of that cancer
They
in
got a young squad, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to.
They're
They're
not.
gonna have to keep experimenting, bringing in
Yep.
young talent because they don't got an old team.
Yeah.
Like the oldest person on their team is LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron
You know?
is a gift and a curse. LeBron is LeBron. He can win you a championship with the talent that he bring in, but he also is a
LeBron
curse.
ain't Kobe.
But he's also a curse because he's a cancer to the team.
And
Yeah, I said it. LeBron ain't Kobe.
And I mean,
No, he's not.
at some point, you gotta look at the financials of the team, the salary caps.
Yeah.
Okay, we're paying AD, we're paying LeBron the most money that you could think of.
Right.
How are we gonna build around that? And how has that worked out successfully in the last 5 years?
It's
okay,
not.
has LeBron done his thing? Of course, it's LeBron.
Yeah.
But has a team figured it out without LeBron on their team? And when I ask that, it's a confusing question because if they didn't have LeBron, but they knew LeBron was coming to their team, how are they building around it and how are they going to make a championship? And the Lakers, I feel as if they failed that in the last 2 years because what they were doing the last 2 years was trying to figure out who was going to be the most dominant, who was going to be LeBron's guys. So what's making a championship out of the Lakers right now?
Nothing. They're a 13 seed, first of all, and everybody's believing in LeBron, thinking he's the second coming, and he's automatically gonna get him a ship.
I think.
So you get rid of AD and you get rid of LeBron, you ain't gonna have nothing but another Memphis. You know what I mean? A good team who's not gonna get over that hump in the playoffs.
Right.
True. But we all gonna know who's gonna win, who's gonna be in the finals.
So I'm glad that you guys talked about championships because me and my dad and my brothers have this debate so often in terms of the NBA, but we're venturing out and even talking about all the sports that we tend to watch. It is NBA season, Super Bowl just happened. But in every sport, your greatness is judged by a different metric. For quarterbacks, it's Super Bowls. For wide receivers, it's catches,
Yards,
and
touchdown.
yards and touchdowns.
Yep.
For a running back, it's rushing yards.
Yep.
Right? You look at baseball. No baseball player's greatness is linked with his team's success.
Pitching rating.
It's his batting average. It's his RBIs. It's his home runs. It's the amount of bases that are stolen, right? So you see this different metric in every sport. Why is it that in the NBA, every great player's metric for being great is only measured by Larry O'Brien's?
I never measured it like that. I never liked it like that. I used to hate when people bring that up in an argument. Oh, you ain't Bill Russell. You ain't. You know what I mean? That's like you're not the GOAT. You know what I mean?
That's a great question. It's like, you know, like it even goes back to the whole LeBron Jordan debate, right?
It's used in argument, but
it's used in arguments, but
it's pointless to me.
It's pointless unless you run up against a person who knows basketball and knows what they're talking about, right? And here's why I say this. It's only pointless if you just, you know, just focus in on the rings. But if you look at what Michael Jordan got 6 rings, LeBron got 4, right? The intangibles Michael Jordan brought, when he stepped on the court, he automatically elevated everybody's game around him.
And he put fear in people.
If you played with Mike, everybody knew coming into that arena, it was championship or bust. That was the only thing, you know. Whereas LeBron, he's so busy dapping it up, hugging and whatever.
It's an entertainment show. It's a ass shaking contest.
On the ring debate, really my take is this: is would you take Robert Horry or Michael Jordan?
No, don't even
Fuck
ask
no,
that question.
I wouldn't.
Okay, all right.
I was about to say
Robert Horry got 7 rings, Mike got 6.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Big game
like
Bob.
you gotta be careful when you start talking about who rings. I mean, Charles Barkley was a bad motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker, man.
He was only a couple shots here and there away from winning the ring.
Just like it's similar with Paul George and Chris Middleton.
No, hell no.
T-Mac. Tell me ain't a motherfucker in this room that wouldn't have T-Mac on their squad.
Man, I got another one for you. AI.
Yeah. AI.
You
Vince
try to tell
Carter?
me
Carter?
He ain't top 10, 15.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? We can argue that list, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? But AI right there, same thing.
We even got a lot of greats that when Michael was playing, they didn't get a chip like that. You know what I mean?
Patrick Ewing,
Yeah.
Karl Malone.
So,
John
you know,
Did Karl Malone get that when he
careful
went?
with that.
No, they didn't get that with
Greatness
LA. That was
is,
Gary Payton when he went to Miami, right?
I mean,
After
Yeah.
the year.
you know,
Karl
because
Malone,
we
they
some
lost to,
heads in here, so you know, I'm sure we all gonna say, you know, Mike number 1,
Yeah.
LeBron number 2.
No.
Okay, so wow, we don't even get a number 2.
No.
So I give LeBron number 2 because of all the shit he done. Come on, man, 20 years, lead score,
It was given.
leading assist guy. No, I gotta give it. No, LeBron.
I mean, no, you gotta score them points.
Here's why-
Mike is still my, but you know what that is?
Right.
That's generational.
Right.
A lot of that, because I'm telling you ask a lot of young motherfuckers, man, a lot of young guys.
Yeah, because they brainwashed. They
Right.
brainwashed by the
Young
TV.
motherfuckers, they like LeBron.
They
They
was-
would see YouTube.
They,
Hold
yeah,
on.
to go.
Here's
but they
why-
recite what they see on
but
TV.
look, they got stats on their side. You talking about the dude that's
Exactly.
the all-time leading scorer,
Yeah.
4th all-time leader in assists, points and assists,
Yeah.
and he's top 5 in steals all time
Yeah,
now.
but CJ.
Come on now. I mean, that's on the defensive
Yeah,
end,
but CJ, the stats, how you said that they got stats on their side, that's almost like asking who's the better rapper, the one who got more platinum hits or the one who sound more better on the booth. In the booth, who's more of a poetic? Hold on, say with me. Who's more of a poetic?
Right in the
Versus who got their radio playing on GCI?
Who you finna pick, Tupac or Drake? Drake got the Grammys, got the hits, but Pac.
Everybody know Pac.
Yeah,
Pac
yeah.
speaks to his soul.
Same thing, don't take
Right.
Pac.
So this is what when we go to the stats and all that, it's all about the field, I guess, right?
And here's why,
I'ma rock with Pac over
I
Drake any day.
won't put LeBron at number 2. I'm putting Jordan at number 1. The reason why I won't put LeBron at number 2, I saw LeBron James fold
Okay, yeah.
in a lot of pressure situations,
I ain't gonna be mad.
in particular with that Dallas Mavericks series.
I agree with you.
Okay.
No, I agree with you. No,
There was a fella by the name of JJ Barrera who was 5'7", who
That motherfucker folded like a cheap tent, man.
Yeah. Couple things. Yeah, Kyrie.
Hey.
That's why Kyrie don't rock with him. They took credit away from Kyrie.
So I know my man C got something. After that, I want to ask. You know, this is the question that I sent out, man, to everybody. You know what I'm saying, so they can come on to it. Nate and everybody else.
man.
Best duo.
Yeah.
The best duo.
In the league right now.
So that's gonna be the next question. My man, C.
I'm about to answer right now.
No, that's what you're talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Right now.
Man, hey, I'm gonna step to the side. So everybody, I sent this question out, man, to the fellas. I want to make sure that they just like, come armed with a little something, because this is some good choices on this. This is the best duos in the NBA. I broke it up in the East. I broke it up in the West. If you want to do it like that, that's cool. Or you can just say the baddest motherfuckers all overall. You're 1, 2, and 3 overall. It's your call, whatever y'all want to call it. Anyway, best duos in the NBA.
All right, so going to that question, you're talking about the best duos, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is my take, and I'll give you my reasoning why.
Yeah.
For the East, I'm going to say
Nate.
Tatum and Jason Brown. All right?
Yes.
And the reason, Jason Tatum
And
and
Jalen,
Jaylen Brown.
Wow.
And the reason why I say that is because I see both of them eat on a nightly basis, and there's no ego. There's no disruption. It ain't like the stuff that's going on at the Crypt in Hollywood, right? So they're both eating.
Are you referring to the Clippers, sir?
No, I'm not referring to the Clippers because they are
Not at all.
bright lights. But the reason why I say Tatum and Brown is because they seem to be doing it without ego.
Yes.
They put on a hard hat and lunch pail. They come into work every day, and their record reflects the dedication and the buy-in of the team.
100%.
Now, for the West, this is gonna be real controversial.
Hey man, make sure you get.
Yeah, the West is where it's at, though.
The
West is where it's at.
To me, a healthy LeBron and an Anthony Davis
Oh no, get up.
are the most dominant duo
Hold on.
in the West.
Hold on. Shouldn't these questions? Hold on.
Let him finish.
Okay, go ahead.
And the reason why I say that is
When
when Anthony Davis is healthy, his numbers
If healthy.
are if healthy.
Right.
His contributions on the rebounding side and the point side accounts for two people.
Yeah. 100%.
When he's scoring 34 and 15,
Nate, you gotta take
30
the shadow
and
down, Nate.
10, or whatever it is for this stretch of what he's doing, man, that's a contribution for at least two players in case somebody is off. And a healthy LeBron, man, we seen what he can do. He told his son the other day, "Oh, you want me to get 36?" And he just went out and did it. And they were trying to stop him from doing it, right? So I say that in the Western Conference, a healthy LeBron and Anthony Davis, best duo in the West.
When healthy.
Hold on. Wait.
I would love.
I want to hear Reese's. I want to hear Reese's.
I want to hear
Yeah.
you guys take before our takes again.
Right.
No, when healthy, that me and Mike's makes sense, but I hate. It's so much hate in my eyes. I don't even want to see it.
So who's the best duo?
Hey.
The duo.
I know the next man coming up after Nate. I already know who his best duo gonna be. It's Kyrie and Luka.
You like to explain this way.
So who yours?
I don't know. It's crazy.
You think so?
It's crazy.
That easy?
I don't know, man.
Hey,
Hold on.
I had to go over that shit myself.
Let me get my
Like I
answer.
said, y'all can bring it down east, west, like he
Because-
did. Y'all can just make it down. Y'all can just
because
jump down.
outside of-
Because
outside of KD being one of my favorite players, because how he just dominated. That man, Luka and Kyrie might be something different in the second half of the season.
That's gonna be a problem.
Listen, it was a tough decision,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna lie to you. My duo in the West, hey man, it's KD and Book.
Yes.
Listen.
But Book has improved. Like
Now,
Book.
here's listen,
Yeah.
it's an offensive game. You said it when you started this show.
Yeah.
They don't play defense anymore.
Fuck no.
One duo can score at every single level of the game.
Luka and Kyrie.
Consistently. No matter
Luka
what.
and Kyrie. I don't think Book can. KD can. We gonna see. We gonna see the second
I
half.
would say yes for Kyrie.
Yes.
Luke ain't been that deep in the playoffs. We're talking about some guys and stuff.
Yeah, courtesy to the Clippers, he hasn't. And that's facts. That's facts.
We know you know. The only one.
And that leads me into my Eastern Conference duo, because I think these teams gonna be in the finals, and that's Giannis and Chris Middleton,
Oh
especially with health.
Yes.
Okay.
For my
Yes.
same
Yes.
exact reset.
Yes.
So let me get my input on who I think.
Scoring
Let me get
all
on this
three
motherfucker, man.
levels.
Ooh, let me get on this.
That's good. Yeah, I
And
like
with the
that.
addition of Jay Crowder, now you can shorten the
Oh, I
minutes.
forgot about him.
So it's a real live issue now with them.
I forgot about
those
him.
Are my two dudes.
I forgot about him.
Duos,
So let me get my. So the best duo.
Shock the crowd.
Yeah.
Shout out the crowd. Jason Crowder. Hold on. One
So
second.
Giannis and
And Chris Middleton.
Wow.
Right. So
Bruh.
in the East, I'll say the best duo in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, Jason Tatum for sure. Jaylen Brown.
That's
Jaylen
tough.
Brown. In the West, right now, I'll say probably the fan
Without
favorite
being
people gonna
biased.
say Kevin Durant, Booker.
I don't believe in Book yet.
But I'll still say, once they get their shit together, the best duo in the Western Conference is Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, I said it. Paul George
It ain't
and
the
Kawhi
fact.
Leonard.
It ain't the fact that he said it. It's the fact that he believed that shit. That man's crazy.
Hey,
That man's crazy.
now I want us to fast forward.
And he ain't even
to
drunk.
May.
He talking drunk and he ain't even drunk. You talk drunk sober. How
Who's
you
your
do that?
team though? Hold on, time out. Can somebody ask him who's his team?
DeMar and Levine, which
No,
we went back when he
That's
said
it.
with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Because I want to
They're playing without ego. Without ego.
I want to
Them-
dissect his choice.
Zach Levine has ego,
Levine.
and he took a
I
back
think that's
seat.
everybody's team in here though. The Bulls.
No.
I think that's
He's
everybody's
a Miami Heat fan. You're a Clippers fan.
I'm a Bulls fan.
He's a Bulls fan.
Bulls fan.
Courtney's a Lakers fan.
I'm eating Bulls because
Arturo's a
That's
Philly
everybody's
fan.
team, man. So for you to say you got the
Arturo,
Bulls,
I need you on the mic.
If we're being honest, I'm a whoever's making me money team. So I got a very big take on
Arturo.
this.
I need you on the mic
Bulls,
next,
man.
Arturo.
I have a very
I just want you to put a team on there so we can laugh and dissect your team of choice.
Bulls, how many times did I say it? You deaf or is you deaf?
I've heard a very big take on this. I've heard Tatum and Brown, Giannis and Middleton.
And you heard Kawhi and Paul George.
No, unfortunately, I can't look at these teams and an injury to non-injury. If they're healthy, yeah, a lot of these teams are winning the championship if they're healthy. These teams that we've mentioned, I'm not holding to a healthy standpoint. When I'm talking about the East, this is gonna be a very, very unpopular because I'm a huge Bulls fan too. I'm a huge Levine
Everybody's
DeRozan
Bulls
fan.
fans in here.
I don't
you
like
know what?
Levine.
But
I
you
don't
know
like
what?
Levine.
I do not like Levine for a max contract, by the way. But one thing I'm gonna say is two underrated duos are gonna be Mitchell and Garland. And
I agree.
And Randall and Brunson.
No.
Because I think
Oh,
hear me
okay,
out.
Mitchell.
Hear me
Yeah.
out.
No,
Hear me
I
out.
agree.
I believe that Mitchell has been playing. He's been underperforming his last couple games, but Darius has been picking up the slack because Darius. I will say Darius is an assist guy. He's an amazing point guard. Hey, and then Donovan Mitchell, hey, check this out. He had 12 points in the first half, and then he had 56 in the second
Spider.
half. So we can't rule them out. And then we're gonna talk about Randall and Brunson. Randall, he was some guy that last season I thought he was just like an old guy that was getting out of here.
Yeah.
And then he really proved himself this season. Why is he averaging 10 plus rebounds a game and 20 plus points?
And I'm gonna answer all that. Go back to let's be realistic, Nate. Where are they gonna be at the end of the season? They're not. None of them are gonna.
Oh, no,
yeah,
I agree.
I get it, but that's when we saying underrated and dominant. Like they're not gonna be. They're not gonna go far in the playoffs. Those three.
Cleveland.
But entertaining wise, Garland and Mitchell.
Garland and Mitchell are always going to win at home, but I agree with you, and I will say that Randall and Brunson, if
Nah,
for some
I
reason
ain't with
they
Randall.
don't have, they don't. No, I thought Randall was. I thought
Yeah.
Randall was nothing the last season. You know what I learned this season? He doesn't have a team around him. He has Quentin Grimes. He has people that are 22, 23, 24 trying to figure it out.
Good point.
And honestly,
Good point.
Jalen Brunson is one of those young men that figured it out, and he's averaging over 25 points a
He's a
game.
bad boy.
He's one of those ones where, hey, when the Knicks are down,
Yeah.
sorry, don't you been talking about the Knicks. The Knicks, when they're down, they're a resilient team. Because you know what? Anything on the East Coast is going to be heavy defense. Anything on the West Coast is going to be heavy scoring. With that being said, the people on the New York Knicks, they have such heavy defense, they'll expose these people. The people that are scoring 35.
You said the Knicks?
The Knicks are, yes. The people that are.
No one's worried about the Knicks.
No, but let
you're
him
right.
finish.
You're right.
Okay.
You're
Let
right.
him
No
finish.
one's worried about the Knicks losing overall, but they're worried about their star players not being able to score 35 plus to them. Why are all the Knicks games, the East Coast games, under 215 points? That's 115 and 100 points to each team. You're assuming, why are these low-scoring games? Julius Randle, I understand. The dude's older than the ancient tombs. But you know what he is? I don't know what he figured out. He figured out he's a rebounder. Dude,
The offense is probably going through him now. It probably wasn't going through him before.
Exactly. They're working through him because you know why? Their centers are Jericho Sims. Or Jericho Sims. Yeah, Jericho Sims. Their centers are Isaiah Hartenstein. They're people that are just trying to figure out how to play in the NBA. But why are people like Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson leading that team? And that's what you got to look at in duos. You can't look at, is the team going to make the championship? We're talking about duos here. What duo is making the most
overall impact?
What is making the most impact on the team? And dude, honestly, you could say Brown and Tatum are the most impact because they're on the best fucking team in the league. It's easy to say.
Not like overall though.
Exactly. But it's easy to say that when they're honestly, I'm a huge Jaylen Brown fan, and the way that he's been performing, injury or not, is disgusting. The way that Tatum performs in the first and second quarter, I'd rather watch Aiden shoot from 3 than watch that shit. Because Jaylen Brown, you know what? I've tested this method over and over again. Jaylen Brown statistically scores highly in the third and fourth quarter. He will go into this unless Tatum's off that night. Then he takes over. But that's not a duo.
But who's that best duo out there that we discussed about that has a ship though?
We're talking about that has a chip.
If we go back to what CJ said earlier, who's got the ship on there?
But I hate to include Middleton in that duo. Dude, he was a great playoff. He's an amazing playoff guy. But I'm talking about duos that are making an impact on the team now, and that's why it might be a little bit different. Do you believe that?
But what are they gonna do? What is Garland and Mitchell? What are they gonna do?
I think Mobley and Allen are amazing players.
Do you think any one of those teams can make an impact in the playoffs? That's the bottom line. That's the question right there.
I think Cleveland would be one of those teams that doesn't make an impact, but they're just those ones that coincidentally slip through. Because
slip through what, the second round? You talk about
to the next round. Because Mobley and Allen are both centers. I'm sorry. As much as Mobley's a power forward, he's grabbing 13 rebounds a game. Allen's grabbing 12 rebounds, and they're both averaging 15-plus points a game. You look for your big man. We're talking about big man here, guys. We're talking about the people that can rebound and really put up points. These guys are people that Mobley's not even a person that has to put up points, and he's doing it. I would think, and honestly, I hate to say it, their weakest link right now?
Who's?
Donovan Mitchell.
So here's the thing. Currently right now, Cleveland sits at number 4. If the playoffs was to start today, they'd play Brooklyn. They're beating Brooklyn.
Yep, they're beating Brooklyn.
Y'all see what Colin put up after he got traded?
Hold on. Brooklyn is, everybody know they're going to continue to slip. So who's rising? New York. The Knicks is at number 6. So we all going to assume New York is going to be at the top 5. So it might be a Cleveland-New York Knicks matchup in the first round. So you're saying Cleveland could beat New York Knicks in a 7-game series?
I'm saying that's my favorite duos in both parts of that. Because I will say, I believe, and you know this is gonna be a hard take. Darius Garland is the backbone to the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. As much as it's hard to take that into consideration due to the fact that Donovan Mitchell went from the Utah Jazz to the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's a hard pill to grasp. But Donovan Mitchell has not been performing. Although he had a 71-point game, you can't take him from that.
He's going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, it's going to be the Celtics, unfortunately.
And who?
The Celtics and
maybe Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And then in the West, who's going to be in the finals?
The West is going to be.
That's up for grabs.
Clippers.
I'm going to tell you right now because you know what? Someone has a chip on his shoulder. I know the Suns are going to be in there because of how hard the chip. I have a very hot take about DeAndre Ayton. I believe he's a very soft center. Mm-hmm. I believe he's one of those guys that he goes up for 6-7 rebounds a game, and he gets 5 of those 7 rebounds in 1 quarter.
He's a new age center though, because your new age center's got to be able to score.
See,
long gone are the days. Are you having, some big lug that just run around and get you like 8 rebounds a game or whatever, you're a liability game, at that point. And I'll tell you, this is another discussion too, because there's been some analytics and some other discussion about to what today's NBA's offense and what coaches and so forth look for. And before, used to be able to operate with 2 or 3 players that were at a deficit offensively as long as you had 2 players. You can't do that now.
No,
you can't do that now. So your center has to be able to score. Your power forward has to be able to score. You know what I'm saying? Like your point guard, especially your shooting guard, you're small, of course, but your points got to be a scoring. Like everybody has to be able to score now.
Balance.
You cannot have just 4 guys, 3 guys that can score and Ben Wallace and somebody else.
And
you know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that nowadays.
I couldn't agree anymore, and that's why I know KD is going to be the best additional aspect to their team. You know why? Because you said
KD.
A center has to be able to score and do rebounds now, right? Mm-hmm. How much pressure is alleviated off of DeAndre Ayton now that KD's on the team?
90%.
Your job is to go into the bucket and grab that board so you could dish it to KD or Devin Booker and they throw it in.
Nate, I honestly think with the addition with Kevin Durant, I think the X factor is going to be Ayton.
It is.
Because, let me explain why.
Yes.
Because now Booker and KD are going to demand double teams, right? Chris Paul doesn't really want to. Chris Paul doesn't really want to score.
I like that take.
Chris Paul doesn't really want to score.
Chris Paul
sets the table.
I'm so tired.
This is going to be great for Chris Paul because Chris Paul can jump in and out. He doesn't have to dominate. He's 38 years old.
The double team is coming with KD and it's coming with Booker. So that means that your boy Ayton is going to be the one. So teams are basically going to say this.
So I got a question for all y'all.
We respect KD, we respect Booker, but Ayton is going to have to beat us.
So is Book overall better than Kyrie? So will we take Kyrie and KD or Book and KD?
No.
Devin Booker is not better than Kyrie Irving to me.
Not at all.
So
fight me on that one.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's going. I'm looking forward to
Devin Booker. Nice.
I seen Kyrie Irving in a championship game hit a clutch shot against the Warriors.
He's Kobe Bryant.
Thank you.
The follow-up.
At 6'3".
That's what he is.
At 6'3".
You know what I'm saying? The same kind of game. He used to train with, Mama showed him that. You know what I'm saying? That's pull up. You look at Mama. He looked just like Kobe when he played. That's what he is.
Arturo, man, who's the best duo in the East?
Okay, so let me give you mine right quick, because I'm gonna let Arturo finish up. But I got really the top 3. First one is Giannis and Middleton. That's why I understand that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Second one is Tatum and Brown.
Yep.
Third one is LeBron, AD. I hate to say that. It sounds funny because trust me, Luka Kyrie sounds sexy, but I don't know.
But
it sounds sexy, but
so
I don't know.
LeBron,
I don't know. Those might be empty calories.
But we got LeBron and AD
at 3. At 3.
And with both of them, we don't know, right? So we don't know what you're gonna get with LeBron and AD. You're gonna get anywhere.
Well, no, LeBron, I know what I'm gonna get. LeBron, I know what I'm kind of.
But that's what I'm saying. So with the duo going into the second half of the season, we don't know what we're gonna get.
Well, if you're talking about,
we don't know what we're gonna get with Kyrie and Luka.
Davis made a
I'm
glass.
looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
You know what? I got a question for y'all. Who's more made of glass, AD or Zion? Who's
AD?
Huh?
AD.
Talk to me.
AD.
Who is more made of glass than AD or
I'll
Zion?
say Zion right now because
Who
Zion.
more made of broken plastic than them others
Zion
right
Williams.
What you say, see?
Hold on.
This only Zion. Third injury?
Fellas. Zion Williams has played a total of 114 games in his NBA career.
But see, that's my take. That's my take. At least in New Orleans, we saw what AD could do before he got hurt. Zion Williamson never got off the ground.
Yeah, well, nice, but you can't you can't come back and play 20 games and then go back right the fuck back out.
That's why
you know what I'm saying?
But we saying that like AD ain't doing the same thing.
He looked dope as fuck for 20 games. And
Dominant.
then he go out for 50.
Dominant as fuck.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know, I know. He dope. Zion dope, but you know, AD. You know what, AD, I feel for you.
So who y'all taking, AD or Zion? I mean, as far as like who would you take?
Who the worst?
I know. As far as like who would you
AD,
take?
man. AD. Every time that motherfucker
was
fall,
out there
every time that
bullying,
motherfucker
fool.
fall on the ground, man, it's like hold your man, motherfucker. He crumple like paper. He crumple like toilet paper. You just crumple it up and it just.
I mean, I gotta say AD too. Only reason why I
say
say AD. Only reason why I say AD is because he got a more body of work.
Yeah.
So, are we done? I want to hear Arturo. I ain't hear Arturo on the mic. We gotta get your best duo to the East, Arturo.